Hi friends, very good morning. Welcome to Anu Academy. Very good morning friends. So let us start today's class. Today's class, our subject is theory of machines. Okay. So within 2-3 classes we will complete this three theory of machines and we will move to the another subject. So today's class is our subject is theory of machines. I think our classes are very helpful for you friends. If you are having any difficulty in your preparation, please post me in the comments box. I will give you reply. Okay. So prepare well for your exam. Two papers are there, negative marks is there. Okay, keep this point in your mind and continue your homework. Okay, so let us start today's class. As I told you, today's our subject is theory of machines, as we are discussing for your assistant engineering exam, and same it is applicable for assistant executive engineering exam also. Okay, so let us start today's class. Today in this theory of machines we will be discussing gyroscope and governors and brakes. Okay, brakes, braking system, brake and dynamometers. Okay, so let us start today's class. Okay, when the pitching of a ship is upward, the effect of gyroscopic couple acting on it will be to move the ship towards starboard. In an automobile, if the vehicle makes a left turn, the gyroscopic torque increases the forces on the outer wheels. A motor car moving at a certain speed takes a left turn in a curved path. If the engine rotates in the same direction as that of wheels, then due to the centrifugal forces, the reaction on the outer wheels increases and on the inner wheels decreases. Okay, so here see in this statement how we can forecast the question. See, sometimes opinion type of questions we may get in your exam, like a statement is given to you, they will be asking your opinion whether it is yes or no, like that the questions you may get. And sometimes you may get a questions like that, are you agreeing this sentence, a statement is given to you and whether you are agreeing or not. Okay, like that also opinion based questions also we may get in your examination. Okay, next, when the crack when the crank is at the inner dead center in a horizontal reciprocating steam engine, the velocity of the piston will be 0. The acceleration of the piston in a reciprocating steam engine is given by omega square into r into cos theta plus cos 2 theta by n, where omega is angular velocity of the crank, r is radius of the crank, theta is angle turned by the crank from inner dead center, and n is ratio of length of connecting rod to crank radius. A rigid body under the action of external forces can be replaced by two masses placed at a fixed distance apart. The two masses form an equivalent dynamical system if the sum of two masses is equal to the total mass of this body. The center of gravity of the two masses coincides with that of the body. The sum of mass moment of inertia of the masses about their center of gravity is equal to the mass moment of inertia of the body. The next, the essential condition of placing the two masses so that the system becomes dynamically equivalent is L1 into L2 is equal to K square G, where L1 and L2 are distance of two masses from the center of gravity of the body, and Kg is radius of gyration of the body. Okay, next we will continue. In an engine, the work done by inertia forces in a cycle is positive. The maximum fluctuation of energy is the difference between the maximum and minimum energies. In a turning moment diagram, the variations of energy above and below the mean resisting torque line is called fluctuation of energy. The ratio of the maximum fluctuation of speed to the mean speed is called the coefficient of fluctuation of speed. The ratio of the maximum fluctuation of energy to the work done per cycle is called coefficient of fluctuation of energy. Okay. See, you should not get confused in these type of statements. Okay. Reading the word is very important. Here he is asking about the other is explaining about the fluctuation of speed, and next sentence here it is about the fluctuation of energy. Okay now, so always I will be saying the same thing. You have to read the question properly. Until and unless if you don't understand the question, you cannot go for the correct answer. Okay, right. Next, the maximum fluctuation of energy in a flywheel is equal to uh, I into omega 1 minus omega 2, I into omega square into Cs, and 2E into Cs. So this 3 comes under the maximum fluctuation of energy in a flywheel. Okay na? Where I is mass moment inertia of the flywheel, E is mean kinetic energy of the flywheel, Cs is the coefficient of fluctuation of speed, and omega is mean angular speed, that is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 by 2. Okay, that is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2 by 2. Okay, now we will discuss these governors. The height of a Watt's governor in meters is equal to 895 Newton square. Okay, 895 Newton square, where N is speed of the arm and ball about the spindle axis. Okay, so the ratio of the height of a Porter governor when the length of arms and links are equal to the height of a Watt's governor is small m plus capital M by m, where small m is mass of the ball and capital M is mass of the load on the sleeve. When the sleeve of a Porter governor moves upward, the governor speed increases. A Hartnell governor is a spring-loaded governor. Pickering governor is used to drive a gramophone. Okay, and Hartnell Pickering is a spring-controlled governor. Okay, these three comes under the category of spring-controlled governor. For two governors A and B, if the lift of sleeve of governor A is more than that of governor B for a given fractional change in speed, it indicates that governor A is more sensitive than governor B. Okay, so again here also in this statement also we can expect these type of questions as somewhat opinion type of questions. So once we read the question properly, immediately we can catch whether which type of question the author is asking or the examiner is asking. Okay, now we will continue with our class work. The sensitiveness of a governor is given by omega 2 minus omega 1 by omega mean, where omega 1 and omega 2 is minimum and maximum angular speed and omega mean is mean angular speed. Okay, these things you have to remember properly. See how we can remember means we have to practice by reading and writing. Once we read some topics, okay, so in order to remember those topics we have to practice it. So writing is only our best tool to practice our whatever the things we are reading. Immediately we have to write it. If we write some n number of times, we can remember it properly. Okay, next, in a Hartnell governor, if a spring of greater stiffness is used, then the governor will be less sensitive. Okay, a governor is said to be hunting if the speed of the engine fluctuates continuously above and below the mean speed. A hunting governor is more sensitive. Isochronism in a governor is desirable when one speed is desired under one load. The power of a governor is equal to 4c square by 1 plus 2c into small m plus capital M into h, where c is percentage increase in speed. When the relation between the controlling force Fc and radius of the rotation r for a spring controlled governor is Fc equal to A into r plus b, then the governor will be unstable. Okay. See, in this statement, everything is given. As I told you, everything is mentioned in the statement itself. Just we have to apply what the other is asking, what the examiner is asking. Okay. So sometimes in order to confuse us, they will give a big type of paragraph. Okay. So in that big type of paragraph, if we read it, if we are able to understand what is the exact data is mentioned in the paragraph, immediately we can give the correct answer. Okay. Next, for a governor, if Fc is the controlling force, r is the radius of rotation of the balls, the stability of the governor will be ensured when d Fc by dr is greater than Fc by r. Okay. So these type of things we have to remember. Next, we will discuss about the brakes. The brakes commonly used in railway trains is shoe brake. Okay, see these type of see friends, these type of questions we can expect in our examination. Which type of brakes are used in railway trains and which type of brakes are used in motor cars. Okay, so if the question is regarding the type of brake used in railway trains, means it is shoe brake, and if the question is regarding the type of brake used in motor cars, it is internal expanding brake. Okay, the brakes commonly used in motor cars is internal expanding brake. Next, when brakes are applied to all the four wheels of a moving car, the distance traveled by the car before it is brought to rest will be minimum. Okay, so see, many cases we have heard two words, minimum and maximum. Okay, so things are related to this minimum and maximum we may get in examination. Just we have to apply our mind how the fact is taking place, whether it is maximum and whether it is minimum. Just we have to apply, just if we think within some fraction of seconds we can recollect it and we can go for the correct option. Okay. Next, the examiner next, Prony brake dynamometer and rope brake dynamometer is an absorption type dynamometer. Okay, so Prony brake dynamometer and rope brake dynamometer is an absorption type dynamometer. See, in this diagram we can see this is the brake arrangement. So here we can see O, A, O, B, P and C. This is T1 and T2. Now, what are the questions we can get according to this type of diagram? We will see here in a differential band brake. Okay, that is this diagram. This diagram is differential band brake. Okay, this is differential band brake. So in this, what he is asking, in a differential band brake as shown in the figure, the length OA is greater than OB. Okay, see here, OA is greater than OB. Okay, so where we are going to apply the brake, at this point we are going to apply the brake, but the distance OA is greater than OB. So what he is asking here again, in order to apply brake, the force P at C should act in downward direction. In order to apply the brake, the force P at C should be in downward direction. Okay, so what he is asking that, so in this this is a band brake system in which OA is greater than OB, but in order to apply the apply the force P at C, it should be downward direction. Okay, so we may get, as we are mechanical engineers, we may get many problems based on diagrams. Okay, so once we are in such a stage to understand the diagram also, these type of problems, these type of questions, we can give answers within a small amount of time. Next, what he is asking, For the brake to be self-locking, the force P at C as shown in the figure should be 0. Okay, so for the brake to be self-locking, we know what is self-locking. The force P at C as shown in the figure should be 0. Okay, so that's all friends for today's class. I think today's class is it will be very helpful for you for your assistant engineering examination preparation conducted by APPSC. If you are having any doubts regarding paper 1 and paper 2, you can post me in the comments box. I will give you a reply. If you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel. Please like and share our channel. Please discuss with your friends the class for going on in our channel. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you for watching.